Okay, so welcome to Lick TV. This week I've got Mclean on. He's signed to MTA Records with support from Professor Green, Cass, Slow Wolf, and he's due to release his debut album Greyscale next month. Hi Dream, how you doing?
I'm alright, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. For those that don't know about you, will you tell us a bit about yourself and why you decided to get into the UK music scene?
Well, my name's Mclean. I'm from Essex. I make music, make rap music, if you could call it that. I'm a rapper. Why did I want to get into music? I suppose I was writing from a young age. I was always passionate about writing, like through school, and then got to sort of 16, 17, and a lot of my mates were making sort of grime music at the time, and that's how I got into it really. Just going around and doing sets and making tracks in my pal Cyrus's bedroom, and that's how it all started. And here we are.
So lyrically, where does it come from? Where does your inspiration come from lyrically?
Lyrically, it comes from just everyday life, just whatever is going on. It all comes from up there. It's all the truth. So it's not like I'm inspired by anything or anyone else. I might be inspired by someone else's songwriting, the way that they tackle the subject,
okay.
But all the subjects is on my own. Things that sort of I've been through, and so yeah.
Okay, on Twitter you described your album as playing a part in changing British rap and act as a trigger for a movement. What is the movement that you're describing there?
I was gassed, wasn't I? Yeah, no, basically definitely think that it could. I feel like at the moment we're in a good place. In the UK, there's a lot of projects that I'm looking forward to coming out. You've got Skepta's thing, got people like Reggie Snow, Jesse James. I think we're starting to find ourselves again, find our own identity, and I feel like I'm proud of my album. It might come out, no one else will like it, but I like it, so I feel like it could be the start of a movement for us, definitely.
So how different is it musically to the EPs that you've released?
It's different in terms of there's a lot more depth to it. It's a lot more in depth. With the EPs and singles I was putting out, you can only do so much with 4 tracks. Okay. So and there's always going to be a couple of tracks on the EP. Before with the Weatherman EP, I had to have some tracks on there which were sort of impact tracks, big sort of heavy hitting. Weatherman and Titanic.
Just say I'm here, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I think with this album, I've got a lot more of what you'd call sort of album tracks where I'm able to sort of go in on a subject for sort of 6-7 minutes, and it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I haven't really adhered to any sort of standards like that with the album. There's tracks on there that last 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Tracks last 2 minutes, without hooks, with hooks. So I think it's a lot more experimental in terms of sonically how it sounds as well as how it's structured. But the main difference is there's more depth to it, and I'm touching on subjects that listeners won't have heard me talk about before.
You've got more freedom.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what you're listening to on your iPhone right now? What are you listening to?
Mclean, Greyscale. It was only right on the way, and I had to listen to it to sort of get myself ready for the interview and to see what I wanted to say. But other than that, I was listening to Rory's new project. I don't remember what it's called, but I've got that on my iPod as well. And on Spotify, I'm listening to all sorts. I've got Mick Jenkins' latest project on there, and I've just got the Skepta tune on repeat as well. Yeah, he's safe on the black. Yeah, that's a rhythm.
Okay, last question. Can you add 3 words to describe your album Greyscale?
Yeah, British, honest, rude.
Okay, thank you, man. Thanks for coming on. Cheers.
Cool, thanks for having me, mate.
Okay, so Mclean's album party will be at the Hoxton Pony on 6th of November, and don't forget to catch his SBTV debut this week.
Got your own one there, your unique signature.
What's it?
Yeah, I ain't going out for a chase, just in case. You never know. I said, what you want? She said, never drunk. Incredible. I said, you first. thirsty? Nah. I said you hungry?